It's Wendy with Harmonizing Energy, Hypnotherapy, and Reiki. So I've been working on the Essene Mirrors. And today I'm going to start on the Fifth Essene Mirror, even though I've been really putting it off. And I can tell that I've been putting it off because when I look at the Fifth Essene Mirror, it has to do with parents. And I've got a lot going on right now with my parents. So, actually they're a big influencer in my life. And that's part of the mirror, this mirror. So the Fifth Essene Mirror, and if you don't know what I'm talking about as in the Essene Mirrors, I've done videos on the 1 through 4, and I put them on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. So the Fifth Essene Mirror is basically the mirror of your mother and father, or if your mother and father didn't raise you, your two primary caregivers or your caregivers. So basically, they're the figures that were in our life that were there to keep us safe, to make sure that we were secure, and to raise us and to give us our basic needs in life. And then pretty much they programmed us on our outlooks on life and how we deal with things in life. And you know this as well as I do, that when you see things, when we witness things, when children witness things, they learn a lot more than what they are told. So, for instance, your parents could tell you one thing, but do something totally different. And we learn from what we witness and what we experience. So, maybe you had a great childhood. Maybe you had parents or caregivers that showed you the right way to love and accept and listen to people and listen to things, and how to have your own, I wouldn't say judgment, how to have your own beliefs, and how taught you how to come about in the world, and just to keep learning. And then maybe some of us really didn't have the best upbringing. And I know that sometimes we think, if we didn't have the best upbringing, what the hell happened? Or why did I deserve that? But I guess there's a couple of ways of looking at that. Because if you keep thinking, why did I deserve that? Well, then that's not going to help you. Or why did that happen to me? That's not really going to help us. So we kind of have to look at it like, some people believe that, and I'm not saying this is the way it is or this isn't the way it is, okay? I'm just saying that there are some things out there that some people believe that we have our lessons to learn, and we picked our parents, we picked our mother and father, we picked the day that we were born. We picked all of that, and we might have picked that. And if you think about that, then you can think about maybe that we picked that because those are the lessons that we had to learn in this lifetime. You could think of it like that, and you can also think of it like that you had to pick those parents to learn those specific lessons to do the job that you're supposed to do on this earth. That you had to learn those, that you decided that you had to learn those early on in life, so you could help others that you needed to help in your life, because you had to learn from those lessons. And it's a choice for you, though, once you get in here, once you get in on this earth, if you choose to let it overtake you, or you choose to learn those lessons and grow from them and help other people. It also could be a part that you had to learn those lessons because of your purpose, what your purpose is in life, what you decided your purpose was going to be in this life. I mean, people with major purposes, like that work with kids that have problems, or work with anybody that has gone through any kind of sexual trauma, or anything that they choose to work in a not self-serving, that's not correct, in a field where they're giving everything. Those people, we need a lot of that. Those people have gone through very, very traumatic experiences in their life, and they decided that because of what they went through, that they're going to help. So maybe you chose, if you want to go that route, right? We chose to have those parents because we knew that we were going to use those lessons later on to become stronger and to use that for our purpose. That's one way of thinking about it, right? That's a big way if you want to turn your thinking around and everything. But that's the fifth mirror that has to do with how we were raised. It also has to do with depending on how we were raised, or the people that brought us up. Because if we don't deal with it and we don't see it, we can also have partners. We can also choose partners in our life that have those same characteristics until we stop the circle, right? Until we stop the evolution of what was created and stop the cycle. So it's really all about that. It's about noticing how we were brought up, and that, it's not, they were there to bring us up, but once we get to be an adult, it's up to us to take responsibility and say, hey, I'm an adult now. I can either stick with this because it's something good, or maybe it wasn't that great, and I can change. And we can change how we were raised, and we don't have to. And if we decide to have children or adopt or care for other people, we don't have to be that same way. Or, you had the best parents, and there were other lessons for you to learn that didn't have to do with your upbringing. So I'm looking and see if there's anything that I really miss. I mean, I'm sure we could go way deeper into this, but basically it's the root of everything is how we were brought up. And that there is, let me see, I don't really, there's a lot more, but basically most everything we learn, we are just sponges between the ages of, I think, like when we're born and 7 years old. So our parents had a lot to do with that. But if we notice that, if we recognize that either they were really good or maybe they made some mistakes, because we're all human, if we can recognize that, then we can break that cycle. Okay? All right, so that's the Fifth Essene Mirror. And if you'd like to research it, go ahead and look it up. It's easily researched, but it's something for us all to think about, because we all have some kind of, no, I can't say we all, but a lot of us have some kind of trauma concerned with our parents and our upbringing. But we don't have to use it as a crutch. We can use it as something to make us stronger, and we can carry that into the future for future generations and for the people that we touch. Okay? All right, well, this is Wendy with Harmonizing Energy, Hypnotherapy, and Reiki. It's Tuesday. Oh, I just saw a butterfly. Take a nice deep breath, and then just let it out. Because when we have those slow breaths, it's our body we're telling our body that it's safe. Okay? Because you ever get anxious, and when you're anxious, you probably don't even notice, but your breathing is really rapid. When you slow down your breathing, when you notice when you're going about your day and your breathing is slow and deep, it's when you're in a safe space. So if you ever find yourself starting that shallow breath and you're feeling a little off, Slow down your breathing. Do your belly breath. Let it out. Let the breath out of your mouth with a sigh. And slow that breathing down, because that's telling your body that it's safe, and it will start letting out the really good chemicals, okay, that we all need, that we're not getting enough of. A lot of us aren't getting enough of, and that's a way to signal our body to start releasing the really good, feel good chemicals that help us out during the day. Our body is a miraculous thing, but we need to learn how to use it. Okay? All right. This is Wendy from Harmonizing Energy, Hypnotherapy, and Reiki. Bye.